What's going on, guys? Today we're doing the playoff team fantasy draft challenge video where you can only draft players that are on playoff teams. Quickly here, guys, just going to go through, eyes closed, pick the team we're going to have for this fantasy draft challenge. The Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, so they're a playoff team, which is good to see. Team I don't really honestly use too often. And now next year, guys, I'm going to click randomize a bunch of times, eyes closed again, see where we're drafting. And 31. Ooh, okay, so a late pick, but we do basically go back to back. So hopefully I can pick up a couple studs. Stützle there over Braden Point at the end. You can see Eichel going there. Sorokin 24th, Hedman 22. He's definitely dropped a bit, over the past few years, probably just because he's getting older. Shesterkin there at 18. Martin there, you can see 15. Kucherov 93 overall at 13. That's actually a really good pick there by the Canucks. Vasilevsky right at the top 10. You then have Pasta, Chuck, McKinnon, McAvoy, Fox, Draisaitl, Matthews, McDavid, and Makar. Are you kidding me?
What?
Makar, 3 overall lower, only medium franchise, still goes first overall above McDavid. Honestly, that's kind of nuts. I guess the Leafs just really want a defense. Crosby's not in the playoffs. We cannot take Sidney Crosby. That's insane. Devin Taves we could take. Gaudreau cannot. Panarin we could. Man, this is going to be tough. Cannot take Ovechkin either. Where we're drafting would definitely be a lot easier if both Pittsburgh and Washington made the playoffs. We could probably go like Crosby, Ovi back to back. We can't take Carlson. Petey, I mean, this sucks. I feel like Panarin here, 97 passing. We can get a sniper on his wing. Hopefully they can just go off. So we'll take Panarin there. I want like a superstar player. A couple picks later. Could go Sebastian Aho, two-way forward, obviously actually on the Hurricanes as well. Could also go Kyle Connor. I was saying about getting a sniper. Him and Panarin could be a bit of a dynamic duo. Shea Theodore there as well, good defenseman. You can see we're passing on a bunch of these guys up top. I guess Devin Taves is also an option there as a number one defenseman. But honestly, guys, I'm leaning towards Kyle Connor. I've seen him lead the league in goals in a sim before, so him and Panarin on that top line. Hopefully, like I mentioned, they kind of pop off. Also, too, I was curious, who did Ottawa pick in between us? So, Hellebuck there, and then Petey. All right, so we could have taken Hellebuck as well. Again, elite goalie, but not usually my strategy. Bergeron first line center. I mean, he probably will be there for at least a couple more picks. Now, Spurgeon we could take to be our number one defenseman. He also might still be there a couple more picks. You got Kopitar as well. Kane, Drew Doughty. Taking a look at goalies, you got Anderson, Allmark. Then you kind of big drop off. The next best one would be, ooh, wow, you can't take any of those guys. So I guess Varlamov there or Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky could be there for a bit because of that 10 million. All right, so I'm not sure if it's the smartest pick, but I'm going to take Spurgeon here. Make sure we get like a number one D-man. I'm thinking after this, Carlson just went first pick in the 4th round. That is crazy value for the Sens. Pretty cool too to see him returning to Ottawa. Next year, it's got to be Bergeron or Kopitar. Whoever's more offensive. Bergeron, of course, 99D awareness, like the best two-way player in the game. Now he's got 5-star puck skills and 4-star shooting, big hand-eye puck control. Kopitar here, 5-star puck skills, 4.5-star shooting, so a bit better offensively. But can we pass on Bergeron? Honestly, I'm gonna go back on what I said. I'm just gonna take Bergeron here. We get the best, PKer in the game. If we could take Kopitar next, we cannot. Actually, oh, sorry, he's literally the next guy available. Okay, let's take him. So that's a sick, 1-2 punch there down the middle. Still probably looking to fill out the rest of the top 6, but Pavelski's available. Pavelski, even though he's older, another guy can play on the PK. Good defensive awareness there. Let's not overthink this one. We'll take him. So, you got some offensive guys. You got some, two-way players. Could take Evander Kane now. Brent Burns as well. Bit of an offensive defenseman. Him and Spurgeon on that top pair could be nasty. You don't really have a lot of D, so let's do it. Now, next pick here. Zuccarello's still available. Giordano. You could go Wheeler. Could think about taking a goalie at this point. Fleury's there. And then after that, there's not a lot left. Okay, so maybe we go Fleury here. A little bit early, just to make sure we get a goalie in case there ends up being just somehow only non-playoff team goalies available. Kotkaniemi was just taken. David Perron we cannot take. Giordano we could, but 38 years old. I think he'll be a while till he's drafted. Wheeler, Ben, we could take all these guys. I feel like Wheeler there, playmaker, could be in the top 6. Like, he's got 78 faceoffs. Could even put him at center if we need to. Trying to think just who would be the next guy to go. Probably Eberle because he's younger at 32. Alright guys, I'm going to try Jordan Eberle here. This might not be the right pick, but obviously, hopefully it is. Giordano is still there. I just don't know how long he'll be there for. We do need defense a lot. Could go him. Wheeler, Ben still there. Definitely eyeing both those guys. I feel like, if we can get all 3 of them in our next few picks. Giordano's the oldest. Ben's the youngest. Giordano has the best contract. I feel like that's got to be what they weigh, which is why Carlson, didn't go till the 4th round. So Wheeler's there, Ben's not. All right, so we'll take Blake Wheeler here. Again, just kind of helping out that forward group. We still need, I think, 5 more forwards, 3 more defensemen, and a backup goalie. Cannot take Zucker. Could take Killorn. Cannot take Petrie. Martinez we can take. Obviously, amazing shot blocking. 96 there with the zone ability. I mean, round out the top 4 defense. He might not be the worst option. Same with David Krejci, though. Really good, playmaking centerman there. Definitely want one of these two. I'm probably going to go Martina just because we're a bit better in terms of forwards. Although, no, okay, this is our big weight. I was going to say we wait a couple, we'll be fine. Krejci's still there, though. Okay, so David Krejci. Team's actually looking pretty solid. Nick Backstrom's still available, round 14. That's pretty crazy, honestly, considering how good a playmaker he is. Unfortunately, cannot take him. Same with Jonathan Toews. Killorn we could get. We can take Schmidt. Barry we could have taken. Obviously, he's a very good offensive defenseman. Usually produces in the sim. So in this late in the draft, would have been a steal. Unfortunately, Edmonton traded him, so we cannot do that. And we still do need one more top 9 forward. I'm kind of adding Killorn here. Just a two-way guy. Play, whatever we need him to. One back-to-back cups not too long ago. Let's go Killorn there. So we just need our 4th line of forwards, bomb D pair, and a backup goalie. Ryan Suter there. Radko Gudas, that'd be an interesting one. Obviously, really heavy hitter. Taking a lot of penalties, though, probably. He still might be kind of nasty, honestly. Jordan Stahl as well. We're on the Hurricanes. That'd be a sick 4th line center. Let's go Gudas here. Even though he's lower rated than Suter, like I say, just brings that physical element. I think the sim will like. And then, is Jordan Stahl available? He's not. Are you kidding me? Actually, guys, he was still available. Just to go down a little bit because there's so many 82s. So, Jordan Stahl there, I think, is a great 4th line center. Like, in terms of the PK, we're going to be one of the toughest teams to play against in the league. Could still take Suter there. Round out the top 6D. We'd have everyone, I think, like 82 plus. I like that. You like that? Let's just get the D under wraps. Obviously, the bomb D pair is on the ice a lot more than that 4th line. Could also grab like a decent backup goalie at this spot. Reimer cannot take, or Talbot. Jonathan Quick we could. 82. Let's do it. A couple of vets there, Fleury and Quick. And so all we need now, guys, is 2 more forwards. Dadonov's on the Dallas Stars now. He's a sniper, though. He's really not a 4th line forward. I'm looking for some, like, true 4th liners. I mean, Corey Perry here is 90 poise. He's got that physical element. He might be kind of the perfect guy we're looking for, so let's add him. Then we could also go Zach Parise here, 2-way forward, 90 poise. That's good for the playoffs. Looking for his cup. I mean, I'm not really seeing much else there for like a winger. So yeah, let's add Parise there to finish off this team. All right, guys, so after that draft, I'll show what the team is looking like. I really feel like we might have built a Stanley Cup contender. First line there, you got Kyle Connor, Patrice Bergeron, Artemi Panarin getting a +3. Nasty first line. They're all 90 plus. Even the second line here, Pavelski, Kopitar, Wheeler, also getting a +3. Third line here even, you got Eberle, Krejci, Killorn getting a +2. And I think the fourth line's, pretty solid defensively there in Parise, Stahl, and Perry. Now look at the defense. We got Giordano, Spurgeon on the top pair getting a +5. Burns, Martinez on the second. And then we got Suter, Gudas on the bottom pair getting a +3. So, like, the chemistry looks good. We got the good depth. We got number 1 defenseman in Spurgeon. Top 6 is stacked. Goaltending-wise, we got Fleury starting, Quick's backing him up, so a couple of veterans there. I think, Fleury's poise 90, Quick's 90, so that'll be good for the playoffs. Same with all the other veterans with the high poise. Power play 1 here, Pavelski out front. I think he's got, 98 and you got Panarin, Connor producing offense, Kopitar in the middle, Burns as well. Very solid offensive defenseman. And you see that first power play is getting a +5. Power play 2 bins, not too bad. The 4-man 1 +5, 4-man 2 solid. In terms of the PK, of course, the strong part of this team. I'm just going top heavy. Bergeron and Kopitar on the first unit. Just shut them down completely. Even the second unit here with Stahl and Pavelski also gets a +5. So like I said, our PK is going to be like the strong spot of this team. The third one there is still decent. 3-man 1's +5, +1, -1. So overall, I think this team should be, pretty good in terms of every single aspect of the game. If you guys are curious about the captaincy here, decided to give Bergeron the C because Bruins best team in the NHL this year. He was captain of that team. We got Kopitar and Connor there, both rain A's. Now, so far through the preseason, this team's actually only 2-2-2. Bergeron there, just over point per game. So I'll see what our range are looking like. Then we'll get started with the sim. So right here, we got 96 offense, 94 defense, 86 goaltending. So hopefully, that's good enough. Win a Stanley Cup. Let's find out. All right, guys, with the deadline right now with a 31, 22-6 record. Currently in a wild card spot. I mean, with the fantasy draft, obviously, every team's going to be pretty decent, so a lot harder to get in. And you can see the Capitals there right on our heels, 1 point back. Same thing in the Atlantic there. Canadians are tied with us. Lightning, 1 point back. Even the Red Wings, only a few back there. Leading score right now, Blake Wheeler. That's actually a bit of a surprise to me. Point per game right now, 59 and 59. So hopefully we can kind of keep our playoff spot here. Otherwise, would be a complete disaster. Alright guys, so at the end of the season now with a record of 44, 28, and 10, which was good enough for a playoff spot. We actually won the division there with 98 points. It sucks we're 1 win shy there, paying 100. And it looks like the President's Trophy winners were the Senators there with 111, which is kind of funny because, of course, they're the team with the back-to-back picks, picking in between ours. So that's just kind of funny to think about. Kopitar there was actually our leading scorer at the end, 75 there and 82. So we'll see how the rest of the team did. Again, our team was definitely like a two-way team, so I didn't really expect to have any, superstars in terms of scoring. Wheeler there was only one back of them. Bergeron, 73, Connor, 72, Panarin, 67. Our first pick, I was expecting a bit more from him, at least in the 70s, if not, closer to like point per game in the low 80s. I'm not really sure. He's on the first power play there. I feel like he should have produced more. Pavelski 64 is not bad. Krejci 56 for third liner is quite solid. Everly there pushing 50. Same with Burns. That's pretty good for defensemen. Most of the players on this team had good plus minus. Gudis there, not really the best though. Goaltending wise, so Fleury got most of the starts. 909 at 2.85. Like that's pretty good as well. So again, we built this team for the playoffs. The playoffs are coming up. We'll see if they can perform or not. Entire league, Matthews 118 with the Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson sees Matthews doing that. He puts up 99. Kind of surprising to see only one player there with 100 plus points, and Matthews obviously crushed it with like almost 120. No McDavid though at the top, so whatever team drafted him definitely didn't play him right. Robertson though does win the Maurice Richard Trophy there. Defensive scoring, Roman Josi on the Red Wings, 84. That is pretty cool to see. And then the best goaltender here was actually Darcy Kemper, .93 save percentage with the Florida Panthers. Lowest goals against also goes to Kemper. And then the best rookie skater here, Matty Beniers, also with the Red Wings. Are you kidding me? Red Wings got the best defenseman in Josi, best rookie Beniers, I wish. Now quickly here guys, looking at the standings. So of course, like I said, Ottawa got first. We were 7th there in the entire NHL. Did anyone get screwed over? Tampa Bay 14 and miss. Washington misses. Seattle there at 20 gets in. Last in the NHL via the fantasy draft, the Rangers 69 points. Not so nice here. Goals for the Avs were first. We were actually like 8th there, which isn't too bad. Goals against, we actually weren't at the top. Florida Panthers 209. We were actually 9th though. So I mean, top 10 goals for and goals against. Team built for the playoffs. I'm liking our chances here, but we'll see what happens. Of course, you never know. Montreal Canadiens in the first round. Okay, so of course, fantasy draft. No idea who's going to be on that team. So let's take a look here. Timo Meier, Robert Thomas, Yamamoto on that first line. Not bad. Captain, Norris, Strome, Soderblom, Dvorak, Chinikov, Doan, 72 prospect. That's interesting. Drury, Classic, also 72. Defensively, Heiskanen, Ruda, Harley, Samuelson, Muka Moldin, Edvinson. I mean, this team, we got a lot of players that should be in the AHL, playing the NHL, like at least 4 or 5. Jari there starting. I like our chances, but I mean, with this game, who knows what's going to happen. Let's see. Our stacked veteran team against this kind of mixed bag of a team. First 2 games are at home, 3-2 loss, 5-4 OT win. All right, so at least 1-1 here, head to Bell Center in Montreal. 4-0 win, 4-3 OT win. All right, 3-1 series lead. We just got to win 1 of the next 3, and there we go. Beat the Canadiens in 5. I was honestly a little bit worried just because those are the kind of teams that'll just upset you. Second round here, we got the Blue Jackets. All right, so looking at that team, they got Kreider, Stammer, and Tippett on the first line. Batherson, Turcotte, second line center. I like Turcotte, but 75 second line center. That is risky. Fabry, Dadonov, Hiddle, Silverberg, Foudy, Geeky, Gurianov. They got Power and Jones top pair. Murphy, Sandin, Irwin, Lozon. Goaltending, they got to have someone good. Yeah, Demko, 88 starter. So, I mean, this team, obviously, Stammer they're relying on heavily. Defensively, like, I don't know. Jones, they're number 1. Really not that much depth. They do have a good goalie, though, in Demko. I think the exact same amount of wins as us in the regular season, both 45. Let's see what happens here. We do have the home ice advantage after winning our division. And we lose the first game again. We'll luckily come back with an OT win, 5-4. Next 2 games in Columbus, 2-1 loss, 3-0 loss. I don't know. On paper, I feel like our team's better. But we'll see if we can force Game 7. And we cannot. We lose to Columbus there in 5 with this team. I don't get it. Now, this is pretty funny, guys. You know it's a fantasy draft as your Stanley Cup champions are the Anaheim Ducks, the team that finished dead last in the NHL this year. I'll definitely have to take a look and see what that, Stanley Cup winning team looks like. Rangers there actually hold on to the first overall pick. Buffalo holds on to second. So, no changes in the draft lottery. I'm hoping that's not the case in real life. I'm hoping Red Wings can jump up a bunch. Kopitar there led our team in scoring 12 points in 10 games. So, as I mentioned, curious to see what the Stanley Cup winning Ducks look like. They had Pastrnak and Nylander, that's right. So pretty sick duo. That's kind of what I was going for, Panarin and Connor. There's a little bit better, Pastrnak 94, Nylander 91, but the same idea. Scheifele there as well. A bit more offensive than Bergeron, so maybe that's what we needed. Nuge, Hannafin's the number 1 D. Klingberg's offensive. They had Teravainen and Zuccarello, Pionk. Backstrom, I mentioned, being a good late pick. They got him. Petrie as well, I think. I saw was going pretty late. So yeah, they had a pretty good, offensive first line. Goaltending, they had Leonard, which, solid, not amazing. Kind of did the same thing they did, unfortunately. Just got unlucky there, round 2 against the Blue Jackets. So I'm actually curious, do the Ducks beat the Blue Jackets to the Stanley Cup final? They did in 6 games. All right, Blue Jackets there actually beat the President's Trophy winning Senators in 7. And in case you guys are curious, I'll show what the Sens team was looking like as well. I mean, Carlson, 4th round picks, so disgusting. Petey, Letang, Tavares, Marchessault, Coleman, Kane, Pacioretty. Yeah, this team was pretty stacked. This looks like the kind of team that you would actually draft, like no rules. Hellebuck, of course, was their starter too. Like, yeah, that was a very nice team. So, next you guys will take a look at the awards. I don't think we're winning any, but you never know. Maybe the Selke Trophy. You had some pretty good two-way centers there. So, in terms of individual awards, Matthews, Art Ross, also got the Hart. Carlson, James Norris, back of the Sens. That's pretty sick. I think he should win it this year, real life. DeBrincat, Lady Bink, the Oilers. Beniers, Calder. Scheifele, Conn Smythe. Kemper got the Vezina along with William Jennings. Carlo, Bill Masterton. Seattle coach, Jack Adams. Hischier got the Selke. Okay, so we had Bergeron, Kopitar. Couldn't get it done still. Matthews, Ted Lindsay. And then as we already know, Robertson there with Maurice Richard. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this fantasy draft video. I feel like we kind of got screwed there round 2, but pretty used to it happening at this point. If you guys did like this one, leave that thumbs up. If you guys missed my plot prediction video, go check it out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.